What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, October 19th. My name is Nilay Patel. I'm the owner, designer, and educator at SilverSilk and more. And we just wrapped up another wonderful tutorial this afternoon on YouTube. And I made a spectacular bracelet that I don't have in front of me. It's like in another room somewhere, but it was this beautiful braided capture chain braided bracelet that you need to check out if you haven't already. It is posted now, finally, all the way through from A to Z. You get to know how to make that beautiful bracelet with ease. I am just going to pop over to my Facebook and make sure that I can see all of the comments that are going to be happening on our roundup as we have people tuning in. Right. Hi, Mimi. She says, I loved today's bracelet. Yeah, that's, I actually did that with flat mesh not too long ago. And many people were asking if they could do that with capture chain. And I was like, I don't know. So finally I did do it and it ended up being awesome. And so I had to share it with everybody. Marianne is here, our SilverSilk Silkies Diet winner. Miss Marianne says, hello, Nilay, loved all the colors of your bracelet this morning. Thank you so much. Guys, I've been fighting allergies. Have you all been experiencing some fall allergies? My throat's been a little scratchy. I've had a runny nose. I sound put together for the most part, I think. And I think today's roundup will be quite entertaining too. But I don't know, the changing of seasons just does stuff here. And, we all just deal with it the best we can. Try and rest and move on. So, trying to put on the best show that I possibly can for today. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Eve. Linda is here. Linda, have you been doing any more videos lately? I haven't seen anything pop up on your Facebook, and your videos just put me at ease every single time. So I hope you'll do some more here soon. She's always showing off the beautiful bracelets and necklaces that she does with Jesse James beads. But she has the music playing in the background and her dog is there and she's got this wonderful blanket. It's a very cozy environment. So I feel that, I don't know, I just love her videos. I thought they were awesome. Teresa and Gretchen are here. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, Sherry. All my friends are here. Linda says, I am. Okay, I need to go creep on your Facebook and find them. Hey, Karen. Miss Karen Waters. I have quite a few things to go over. I missed you guys for a couple weeks, actually. And real quick, if you guys wouldn't mind giving a quick share out there, I have a whole texting system now that I hardly, I very much underutilize it because I think I just get wrapped up in so many other things that I kind of forget to follow up on these things. I need to just do an automated thing or just have Joan run at the end because she can keep up with all of the stuffs and, or the automated system rather could too. So, hi Linda Scott. But, I guess, if you guys wouldn't mind helping me out as well, that would be awesome. Teresa says, already shared. Thank you. I know we've got several different groups out there that exist, and so I think I think Teresa does an awesome job with sharing all of this stuff. Linda says, please do check out the videos. I was off for a few weeks, but I'm back. I'm glad, and I'm hoping you're healthy and active and well. Joan says, I was going to ask you if you wanted me to take care of it for you. Yes, Joan, please help me. I know you've got a lot going on yourself, too, and helping our beautiful Sarah Lovecraft out there, too, so I don't want to overwhelm you with stuff. And I also just, I don't want to overwhelm SilverSilk brand and stuff either, so whatever we're comfortable with, we'll talk it out later. Okay, so a few announcements I wanted to get into. The first one is the Great Bead Extravaganza that is coming up. My session will be on November 13th, I believe. Let me double check that date real quick because I will be doing a Saturday class in the afternoon. And we are, let's see, yes, it'll be the 13th of November. And the time frame, I believe, is at 4:45 Central Time. That is 2:45 Pacific Time or 5:45 Eastern Time. Did I get that right? I'm always bad at my time telling. Hi, Stephanie Howard. Always lovely to see you pop in. Miss Trisha is here too. We got Rosalinda. I love seeing your names pop in. Gil Otter is here too, and Danielle Wicks. Oh, my friends. I love our little family of Silkies here. That's just so much fun to see your names pop in, and it's one of those things that I know a little bit of time has passed by, so I just get super ultra excited. And Cassandra Spicer is here, and I have an announcement about that too. But let me go down the list here. Miss Julie Mercer is in the house. Our other fabulous Silky ambassador, Miss Paula Bryan, is here too. All right, so back to TGBE. My session will be November 14th. And I did have a bunch of kits that I pre-made. Barely put the word out. I think Teresa just set the whole thing on fire with spreading the word. And I was out of, I think I've got like 2 or 3 kits left. I had a lot, and now I'm down to like the bare. So thank you, Teresa, for helping out with that, because I'm bad at sharing things. And so yeah, I've got a few of these left. Many of you have ordered them. They went out the door today. I just did a big post office drop-off. Hello, Miss Deb Floros. Deb and I are taping for our next mantra tomorrow, and I've got a very special project planned for that. I think that'll be a nice revisit of an older project, but done in a whimsical way for the new theme. So most of those kits are out. You could still grab the last one if you want to for TGBE. We're well ahead of schedule. I really just got my act together on those, made up the kit real quick, and then just put it online in seconds, and then boom, they were all gone. So I was like, well, I guess I did the best I can here, and then I'm just going to move on to the next project. We'll get that kit, and then during November 14th on my session, we will construct our design together. You can either keep the design or give it away as a gift, since the holiday season is coming up, right? I have now a huge stash of jewelry pieces that I've done throughout the year that I can actually give away as gifts. So I'm well ahead of the game and the schedule this time around. I wasn't last year, but I think last year was just weird for all of us anyway, but here we are. Hi, Eve. She says lots of bead celebrities in the house. I know. And Miss Dav is here too. Mahalo, my friend. Always lovely to see your name pop in. Let's see. What else do I have on this schedule here? Miss Cassandra Spicer is in the house. Cassandra, if you are here, do pop on a link to your bead mixes, because you and I will be doing a project this Thursday together. She sent me these lovely little, and I want you guys to support our lovely little independent stores here, our small business owners, and grab a bead mix yourself. And her and I are going to be doing a fabulous 3-strand bracelet that's sewn together. This will be another bead weaving project for those of you that are very much beginner level to bead weaving. I think this will be a great project as an add-on. I'm also looking for my charger preemptively, just because I know that my 20% battery life is not going to last for us for very long. So bear with me while I go ahead and put this in, just in case. And hopefully nothing crazy here will happen. So anyway, I'm excited about this class. I've not done one with Cassandra yet. She is an insanely talented bead artist, designer, store owner, and just an all-around good friend, and I'm really looking forward to this. We've been planning for some... Yeah, there we go. So Cassandra just posted a link. Thank you. You'll be needing that mix along with some capture chain, which you may or may not have in your inventory, a couple of triple strand end caps, some needle and thread, and one of the bead mixes, and you're good to go. We'll cover all the supplies in class. Do not worry. It'll be very easy. Cassandra says nervous and excited for Thursday. Girl, don't be nervous. It'll be fun. We're just going to kick it with some drinks because it's happy hour, where I'm at least. I hope it's happy hour or something close to 5, wherever you guys are. We're living, right? We're living in 2021 at the end of it. Like, every day should be a celebration, I think. So, excited about that. And, okay, so another thing is, I'm so excited about this, like stupid giddy about it, because my boxes just arrived for Stardust and Sparkles New Year's Eve celebration, workshop, extravaganza, glitter. It's gonna be so much fun. And you know me, like, cause I'm such a snob about packaging and graphic design and stuff, I was like, you know, if I'm going to give the Silkies an experience, it's going to be one that they can keep and cherish and put stuff in. So I was like, I gotta do a box design. That's just how we roll, right? I'm not doing anything for my anniversary this year, and I'm not doing anything for the holiday specific season, Christmas or what have you. So I thought this year I'm going to do New Year's, and we're just going to roll it all into one. We're going to convert our Silkies group into a party bus. I'm planning some stuff with Joan and Ginger for that. So watch out, it's going to be crazy. That's going to be available for everybody. The workshop is going to be specifically for those who grab a ticket. I am nearly 70% sold out on these, and so I'm starting to ship these probably as soon as next week, in fact. So you're going to have your kit well ahead of time. Our workshop is going to be via Zoom on December 31st. If you want the kit and are not able to attend the class will be recorded, and I'm going to send you a link via email that you can access the class and all of that good stuff. So if you do miss it, there are avenues to grabbing a ticket and joining us. And I know several of our bead celebrities will be there, including Miss Danielle Wicks, who we have here with us. And of course, Joan and Ginger will be there. And then Sarah Lovecraft, if she is available. So I'm very excited about this. It's going to be so much fun. And we'll just create the party bus with the Silkies group, and we'll still share in the joy, even though some of us are not able to attend. Maybe they can attend the crazy that will happen in the group itself. It'll be great. And I wanted to open up the box a little bit. I don't want to ruin the surprise of all the stuff that's in there, but I do want to show you one important, valuable item that you will get within the box. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera down because I'm sure you're done looking at my face. And I wanted to show you the project that I'm going to be working on as well. So real quick, because I am a very big planner about things, I wanted to make sure that the box was insanely detailed. So instead of having a separate printout, all of the information that you need for the workshop is directly printed in the box. So you don't have to watch out or manage anything. All of your items for each day. And we're doing a total of 5 different projects. So, and then 2 projects at the very end will be our earrings designs, because those are pretty quick, right? The other ones will take some explaining to do, some splaining, if you will. I have it all wrapped up so you can't see what's inside, mwahaha. Even though you would kind of really already know what the supplies are. But I'm so proud of this box, you guys, because I really planned this stuff out. There's also a $10 off coupon in here if you purchase $15 or more during the workshop week. So you're really just paying $5 for something, and that's going to be my gift to you guys. All right, so I promised you a design today, and so I thought, I had some scrap hollow mesh. This is my SilverSilk hollow mesh. Oh, I should be reading some of these comments. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Let me scroll back here and see what people are asking. Oh, Cassandra says size 8 seed beads for our class. Yes, we'll put out an official list, and Cassandra can help me out with that. I think you might have sent something to me already, and I just haven't posted it yet, so we'll see. Julie says my nemesis are triple strand caps. They're not as bad. Did you try the wire trick yet? If not, I need to teach you that wire trick. Deb says it's always happy hour somewhere. Thanks, Teresa, for posting the New Year's Eve link. Let's see. I can't wait for the workshop to begin. Yes. Marianne says, my graphics are outstanding. Can't wait for the gift cards too. Yes, because you did win a gift card for the Silky Diet. Okay. So back to focusing now. This is hollow mesh. It is a knitted wire sleeve that's been opened up to approximately about 3.5 to 4 millimeters inner diameter. So you get quite a bit of space to work with, and you can shove some pretty good sized bicones in there. to make yourself something quick and snazzy if that is what you're after. Or in this case, I thought, I have got this beautiful white knitted wire, and I've got this beautiful primrose colored leather from Leather Cord USA. I also have some of this in my store, silversilkonline.com, if you're wanting to grab some and love today's project and want to try it. So I thought I'm going to do a necklace using those two things, and then I was thinking that it's fall, and I love me some regal fall design. I have this extra color of leather cord here, and I forget what color this is. I don't think I've got this in my store though, but it's sort of a beautiful tan color, and maybe I did have it at one point and I just sold out. I can't remember exactly, but I want to use it in my design because it's a nice contrasting color with this. So I've got these two things. Okay, so I also have this great button, I guess clasp in this case, that is what I'm going to use it for. This is from Tierra cast. Love the little leaf detail in there. So gorgeous. So I'm wanting to use that. I'm wanting to use this accent leather for making my clasp on one side and having my button kind of clasp into it. I think that'll be really cool. And then I picked out some beads from Jesse James Beads. And you know how they have their signature beads. I mean, it's hard to miss how gorgeous they are. So I thought, let me just pull together some sort of design here at my table and see what I can come up with. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to somehow magically attach this together with it. I have some more Tierra cast charms. These are little leaves. And I think they kind of work for not only spring, but also fall. If you wanted to use Vintage Patina paints to color these a little bit to make it more fall-y, you could possibly do that. I kind of like this color as it is, the antique brass, so I'm just going to keep it. Teresa is on her game with this posting, girl. I am so thankful to have you in my life. These people keep me organized, you guys. Cannot do it without them. Okay, so I have a bunch of leaves and then some beautiful Jesse James beads. And then I'm going to somehow magically connect this all together in a Y-style necklace. And I'm going to use one double-strand end cap. This will give me my little latch that I need, my essentially my circle that I can hook my button into. And then just a couple of single-strand end caps for my main necklace rope. And then I'm just going to do a series of simple loops with wire to connect all this together. So, and I also have these great little, spacer beads that I think I could use. This is truly, this is designing on the fly. I just had this bag of Tierra cast components, and I haven't used Jesse James beads in a long time. I don't know why. I haven't, and I missed it. So I was like, let me go back and dabble in that for a little bit. I know you guys probably have this bag of things, too. This is my personal stash of Jesse James beads, and every time I look at this, I get so inspired, and I have, picked through and kept all of my favorite beads from the different mixes. So I'm always thrilled. And you know what? Here we go. I've got 2 of them. That's how many Jesse James beads have collected over the years. And this is probably, 6 years in the making for me personally. But those I keep, and they're my favorites. So let's get started with this. I'm just going to grab my primrose, and I kind of wish I had more camera space, or that you guys could join me here in my studio live with the giant projector, right? Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, I had this bead too. I guess I should use that somewhere. Let's see. Ooh, Joan says I got a big bin of Jesse James beads. Eve says, yes, I just have a big bag like that, but bigger. Oh my. You must have a lot of beads, my friend. I mean, let's be real here. What sort of crowd am I talking to? All right, so I'm just going to fit this over the mesh. Excuse me. I'm going to fit the mesh over the leather cord here. And the leather cord is 3 millimeters. So you can see that it fits in pretty easily. And I do have a little bit of gap, but I'm going to show you how to... I guess sort of attach it, if you will, to the leather cord here to really draw it down so that it hugs the leather cord very precisely. So I'm just going to work my knitted wire into this slowly but surely. I just kind of have to, I don't know, kind of twist and turn it until it starts to kind of just glide into the mesh. The end of that cord tends to probably get hung up on the little knits, and so you kind of just have to work with it a little bit at a time until it starts to go down. But in this case, I can see if there's any questions while I do this. So far, I don't seem to have any. I think I had a friend here. Who was it? One thing that I made. Sandy says, are you doing the New Year's workshop? Oh, Sandy will be in it. Yes. Yes, she will. I do offer, for those of us that aren't able to pay all at once, a payment plan. Just email me. I'm super flexible. You can email me at orders@silversilkonline.com. And I just can't imagine a workshop without my friends or without the folks that attended the last one that we had. It was ridiculously fun. So whatever it takes to get you guys in, I will do my best. Ooh, my sister says, Eve says. I guess Eve is my bead sister from another mother, we'll just say. No, Eve is saying, my sister got me a 3-month subscription plan of their bead boxes. I'm guessing the ones from Jesse James Beads. And I ran out of ideas on what to do, so I'm excited about this project. Fantastic, Eve. And this is totally me just working off the cuff here and designing something on the fly with the materials that I have at hand, which is what Roundup is all about. Sadly, I don't have my cowboy hat on with me. But details, right? We'll figure something out for the next few videos on that. So I'm just going to start by pinching the end in. This will ensure that the cord doesn't go anywhere. I'm working with a lot of cord here, so I really can probably chop some off. But I'll do that after drawing this down. To do this, you can either do this by hand, just by pulling on the other end here and just tightening up that mesh, or running your fingers through it. I like to use a draw plate, which looks like this. This is one from Beadsmith that I ordered online. And what a draw plate does is it sizes down your whatever you're doing, whether it's a Viking knit weave, or if you've got something that you've done with wire and you're wanting to make it smaller in diameter, you would simply just draw it through this draw plate. This is an acrylic or plastic one, and in the case of me using knitted wire, it's perfect. It's very soft and it won't scratch off the wire plating or anything like that. So the idea here is that you start from a larger diameter and you start to draw it down. So I'm going to start with the 5 millimeter, and this is all based on millimeters, the sizing. So it goes from 10 millimeter, which you can see the size there, all the way to the 1.5 millimeter. And you simply just put it through the draw plate and let that wire do its thing. I am going to trim some of this off because it is a ridiculous amount of leather here. I'm also going to turn on my overhead light here because it's getting quite dark since we are in the fall season. I don't have the sunlight on my side as much anymore. Okay, so we went through the 5. I'm going to go through the 4.5 now. Okay, you just need a little popping out there, and then you just simply let the draw plate do its thing. And I think that that's going to be the last one that I draw through, but you could see how much that knitted wire hugs the leather cord now. And you get this awesome texture in a matter of seconds that the leather cord wasn't able to give you before. Pretty cool, isn't it? And I love the tone on tone. And I've even mixed different colored meshes with different color leather cords. And you can really get a whole different effect just depending on what you mix it with. But I am feeling the tone on tone today. To me, that says very cool, elegant, regal, and simple. So what I'm going to do is kind of just press together my ends. I am going to trim it a little bit with some cutters. I'm just going to use my Lindstrom cutters that I do use in my tutorials. Okay, so there we go. Joan, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you a picture of this project tonight because it's going to be so dark by the time I get my picture taken. So I might have to do that tomorrow morning, or you might have to just take a screenshot of the camera. I know, by this time in December, we'll be sitting in the dark watching uni. Like, I know. Oh, speaking of December, I didn't tell you, Joan, this is going to break a lot of your hearts out there, but I'm actually going to take all of December off as a way for me to reset my brain and get some new ideas and stuff in the works. And so it's really just for... December is going to be purely the 2 workshops that I'll be teaching at. My personal one, the NYE workshop, New Year's Eve workshop, and then also the Jesse James Beads workshop that I'll be making an appearance at. But otherwise, oh no, I got a piece of glitter in there. I don't even know where that came from. You see how much glitter is already happening, you guys? I might just trim that off because it's really stuck in there. There we go. I can't believe a glitter got stuck in there. That's crazy. So November will be the last month, and I'm going to be retired for a month, and then I'll be back up and kicking and tutorialing back in January. So just to let you know ahead of time, I'm just going to stick this in one of my single strand end caps. Believe it or not, it will actually fit in there and crimp with ease. You just have to open up that end cap pretty wide, but otherwise, yeah, you could just crimp it right down. And then if there's a little piece of wire that does stick out, just trim it. It's very easy. There we go. Fabulous. So one side is done. Mimi says, pass the hankies now, ladies. I'm so sorry. I know. It'll be a... Well, I guess unless if you're in the workshops, you're not really gonna miss too much. But otherwise, yeah, I'll kind of just be on my own world for a little while, trying to get some inspiration back and some new ideas, and really surprise you guys in the new year with some fun stuff. Okay, so these do have the little channels within the end cap and those little... Or not channels, I'm sorry, little teeth inside of the end cap. So that does help to grasp onto the leather, or in this case, actually, the mesh that's on it, and have it's got a really good hold and grasp on it. So you could see that the end caps work pretty easily on there. I do have a little bit of gap there, but I think it was just because this can only really squeeze down so much. But I got it pretty good. Got pretty good there. So, got a beautiful little necklace rope now. And I need to work on getting my clasp together now. So, I'm just going to create a pretty good size loop here. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to try and put it in this double strand end cap that I have. And I had only one left, believe it or not, in my stash of things. I don't know if you guys happen to do that sometimes to yourselves, but sometimes I just have these remnant little findings that just end up somehow in my stash of things. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And I end up keeping it. But sure enough, I do find a use for it. I just want to make sure that this is going to fit. So it looks like it will. Okay, so this will just connect onto that. I could either put a bead there if I wanted to, but I think in this case, it's going to be a little bit of an overkill. Or I suppose I could do a little metal bead, or maybe, I don't know if this would look any good. Yeah, I think that might be overkill. I could do a small metal bead though. I don't mind that. This is a little decorative element. So what I'm going to do is grab some wire. I'll grab my trusty soft flex wire here. Super soft and easy to use. I'm just going to use the vintage bronze color because it matches my color palette. Tamara says, smart to give yourself a break before the new year, although I'm sure it's going to be still busy for you. Yeah, there's still a lot happening behind the scenes, even if I'm not tutorialing. And that's on any given day, to be honest. But planning and just mental break, it takes time to re-energize. So I appreciate you guys for understanding, though. All right, so I should probably explain how I made that loop, but let me make one real quick. and attach all this stuff together, and then I will show you exactly how to make a easy wire wrapped loop there. Okay. So far, this seems to be working out to my vision. It's one of those things that I plan a project for one of these things, and then I don't really know how it's going to turn out until I actually do it. That used to be the more nerve-wracking part before I was prepared with my Tuesday tutorials. This is purely off the cuff anyway. Mostly experimental. So this might end up being a formal tutorial down the road, we'll see. All right, so I got my little wire wrapped loop there. I'm just gonna attach my little bead here. I'm gonna do another wire wrap loop. Okay, so to do the wire wrap loops, you will grab your chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to go right above the bead, and I'm gonna stay at the very tip. The tip, in the case of these Weber's pliers, it's about maybe 1.5 to 2 millimeters in thickness there. And that's really all I need to create my coils at the bottom. So that'll give me the space allotted for that coiling. So I'm just gonna bend it at a 90-degree angle. You wanna make sure that it's a very sharp bend in that wire though. And I like to bend it away from me so that whenever I put this into the nose of my round nose pliers here, I am, again, just staying at the very tip because I like a nice, small, dainty loop. And, the further you go down into your pliers, the bigger that loop will become. But the process is still the same. So I'm going to just work the wire around as such. It's going to hit my bead, but that's what I want it to do. One thing that I've already done is that my wire, because it was already bent, I've got that beautiful little crease in my simple loop there. Or in this case, a wire wrap loop. So I've already got this first process done pretty well. I'm going to then switch to the top of my round nose pliers again, because remember they were down here before, and now I'm switching sides. So I'm just going to the middle again, and then I'm just going to finish out my loop there. Now, before I start to coil this wire around the bottom part of my stem there, I'm going to go ahead and attach my second component, which happens to be this loop from my double strand end cap. I need to spread that open just a little bit to get that in there. Yes, there we go. Ooh, Karen says a pretty vintage jump ring would be pretty too. That's very true. I wish I had some of their twisty jump rings, because that would have been pretty fun to use. Okay, so once I got that in there, I can go ahead and create my wrapping or coiling, and that's what that looks like. So this is in full of my component, but I need to make sure that my logos are end up, so I'll do a little bit of adjusting as soon as I cut this. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to just go ahead and press that end of that little wire that's sticking out there back into the coil so that it doesn't go out and poke anybody, and it just gives a nice finish as well. So I need to go back and make sure that my loops are facing the same direction, I think, in order for the logo here to stand out. There we go. So that looks pretty good. I might just adjust this a little bit, make sure that they're really aligned here. So that looks really good. All right. It's really wanting to, there we go, not lay exactly right, but I think that's mostly there's stuff on my table, but also, it's just the nature of the leather cord too, to kind of twist on its own. But in any case, I got that to work out pretty well, so I can just sort of have that out to the side there. And I need to now focus on getting the rest of my stuff attached. I didn't really have a set plan on how I wanted to make this button appear, but I know I need a little bit of space there for it to clasp in. So what I'm thinking is that I could probably take a bunch of wire and create something. So I think what I'm gonna do is go in through my button. And what I love about this particular craft wire that I'm using from Softflex is that it is really, really soft, so that I can pretty much manipulate it however I want to. Okay, let's see. I think what I need to do is kind of do a little bit of a wire wrap loop here. And then I bet I could use beads to space it out so that I have enough to clasp it with. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of just wrap the end here. And again, I'm just making this up. I might find a better solution after the video. And then that's when I'll do a formal tutorial about it. No, but I think for now, it's just like, this is the way that my brain kind of just works. It's trying to find a quick solution to get this finished to the best of my ability here. So I think that can work. I think I just need to attach a few beads to this, maybe. And I have some smaller beads here from Tierra cast, so maybe we could just string those on. And they look really cool. Again, just matches with, I got a lot of Tierra cast stuff. I don't even know where I hoarded this stuff from, but surely if I have it, I am going to use it. Okay, so maybe that could work. Let's see if this clasps on. It does. And I think you can kind of adjust to wherever you want to go with it too. So I kind of do like the asymmetry of this kind of coming out there. This is going to attach to that. And I think my beads can probably attach to this as we sort of arrange it and figure it out here. So that's going to be a lovely mixture of things that we have here to work with. So I like that. I'm going to go with it. And more importantly, this thing is easy to clasp and unclasp as well. And I do like that feature. Okay, I'm just gonna do another wire wrap loop here and get myself all nice and secured. Again, before I coil out my wire, I'm going to insert my end cap in, just like this. There we go, that looks really good. Okay, and then just simply coil that wire. Very easy to do. There we go. I'm gonna trim it and I'm just going to tuck. Perfect. So I've got essentially my necklace rope figured out here for my design. And then I just have to attach all of this other stuff onto my neck piece here. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. And I have these perfect little wire scraps if I wanted to use them for my design here. But I gotta lay out the beads according to how I want them to lay. And I think the pattern that I had, I really liked. So I think I'm gonna go with that. I have these cute little, I don't know, these little funky spacers here that I think I'm gonna use as well in between a couple of these, just to give it a nice little pop. Maybe do that one on each side too. Can really get crazy with this. And what I want to also make sure is that I do use a white bead of some sort down in the design, because I'm going to have this beautiful white rope that is going to be very showy here at the top. And I want my eye essentially to be drawn down to the design. So I'm going to put this white bead here at the end. Hopefully you guys can get a pretty good view of it as we're moving along in our design. And then I also have these little white beads that I'm going to use to kind of sprinkle throughout my design, as well as these leaves. So you're probably wondering, how is he going to attach all that? Well, the short answer is I'm not really quite sure, but we're gonna figure this one out. So, and I think I could just use a series of simple loops instead of wire wrap loops maybe to get this done. I do need my trusty little nylon jaw pliers here to help me out with straightening out this wire piece. For simple loops, I would recommend actually using artistic wire because it is half hard and the soft flex wire tends to be really soft. So I think it just depends on what you're going to make. That depends on which wire you will use. So this might be a little bit too soft. It is 20 gauge, so I will say that that works for the type of pin that I'm making. But anything thinner, then you're really kind of, you may be setting yourself up for a design that's not gonna hold well together. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. Love it. I love how this component just looks really cool and modern and textural. So I'm going to trim a 1/2 inch above the bead that the last bead that I strung, and I'm going to place it into my round nose pliers and then just begin to work it around. I've got a nice P-shaped loop, but that's a little bit too big, so I'm going to trim it back. Just take a little bit off the P shape there, and then reinsert it back into your pliers. There we go. And then you can go in and break that neck, which means just to readjust the neck so that it is now a centered loop. So that looks really perfect. Okay, and then I just need to make a few more here. This is probably the easy part of the whole design, just because now it's really gonna come together. But I do wanna make sure that I straighten out my wire. So I'm gonna grasp it with my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to then straighten it out with my nylon jaws. Ooh, Joan says, I love this clasp configuration for a bracelet too. Yeah, absolutely. I think it would be pretty cool for a bracelet. Alrighty. These guys I think I'm gonna put on head pins, which I have here, and then the rest will go on jump rings. As I kind of see this coming together, gotta have a vision for all this, you guys. Gotta have a vision. The rest just kind of works itself out, right? So I feel like my jump ring is gonna attach to that. This is gonna attach to this. And then we got another jump ring here. We can attach that to that. We can put a bead and one of those white beads onto that. Maybe we attach here. And then I would need another jump ring. Ah, this is gonna look so cool when it's done though. All right, let's see. And we could put a jump ring between each one of these maybe, or just the one. I don't know. I feel like it's gotta have purpose, right? And these attach to these, so it would need to have it there. And then I need a jump ring down there because I'm gonna have a white bead down there too. So that's gonna be my design configuration for this, I think. We'll work it out. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up, right? It's gonna be the easiest part. So I had these little, I guess they were links from a chain, these little beads. I'm just gonna trim these off and use the bead from it. And I have some head pins here. Here we go. That I bet I could just do a quick little wire wrap action to these. And if I wanted to make it really decorative, I could just add another one of these small spacers to it. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, fold it in half. I'm gonna go in with my round nose pliers and wire wrap this. This time I don't need to insert anything because it's just a jump ring that I can easily fit my link into, so that'll be the easy part. I just need to go back and do my wrapping here. Sarah, I feel like, does this so fast. I don't know how she does it so quickly. It takes me a little bit of time to kind of adjust and do it, but her loops are always perfect, which I'm not surprised, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to attach my link to this guy first. Okay, and I really want to make sure that my seam is nice and closed like that. And then I can start to make my next link up here. Oh, that's so cute though. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to use my, actually I need to make a loop up here real quick. And for this, I think we just agree that we're gonna do quick little simple loops. I could go back and do some wire wrap loops later on maybe. The simple loops take me no time. And I think in order to move this video along, it would be better if I just did that. I'm gonna use these bigger beads because these have a bigger hole, and I'm just gonna fit those in. Or, no, I don't wanna use those again. I feel like that would repeat too much. Yes, 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 yes. This feels right to me. So let's do this. Let's trim it off a 1/2 inch again. There we go. And I'm going to use my round nose pliers to just roll that tip in. And I've got a little bit left of that stem, so I need to make sure that I cut the amount of stem that I have there off of the P-shaped loop. And that's what's going to help me readjust and make sure that my loop touches that bead. Okay, so that's a little tip for you. Once I've done that, I can break the neck. And if I have a little bit of gap there, which I do, I can just roll it back in with no problems. Okay, so now I can attach that loop onto my little bead charm here. It looks like I need to open this up a little bit wider. Okay, there we go. And then this will connect up to that, so I need to make another quick little wire wrap loop with this guy. I'm loving how this is turning out though. I feel like I wish fall wouldn't go away so quickly so that I could gift this. I mean, I guess I could gift it to someone in Christmas and just say, hey, wear this now or during next fall. Or I don't know, I guess for them it could be all over the season, who knows. We'll figure it out. Figure it out later. That'll be later's problem. Oh, Tammy says I wanted to pay for the New Year's kit but deleted my link. I can do that for you later, no worries. I think I had it on email, so I'm pretty sure I can do that again, Tammy. No big deal. I got you covered. I had you in attendance, so we'll get that sorted. Are you okay from your fall this afternoon? I know the spider was very scary. I would have done the same. Although I think I would have probably just keeled over and died because it was really scary. I've seen some spiders, but not quite that big before. I've gotten used to seeing wolf spiders that are the size of tarantulas now, which they're pretty harmless because they just hunt other bugs and they're not poisonous, but they just, you know, they kind of look scary, but they don't freak me out as bad anymore. It's the ones that are really small and scaly that really creep me out. So I'm like, are you poisonous? I don't really know. Where are we going with this? Like, are we friends? Are we not friends? I don't know. Okay. Looks like I just need to attach this to the jump ring. Here's what we have so far. It's got a little, can you hear it? It's got a little jingle to it, which makes it fun. All right. Continuing on, we just need to attach this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and make my little link or bead bobble with this guy. Karen says, I love the movement with this piece. I know, I'm digging it too. It's got some really good movement and some good jingle happening. Okay, let's do this real quick. Some of this is just repetitive. How many of you guys are comfortable with making wire wrap loops? Just out of curiosity. I feel like I've made so many on video as well. So hopefully my tips are valuable in working out for you guys. Okay, there we go. That looks really good. Joan says that would be cute to make this necklace in holiday colors and put a little jingle bell in place of the white beads. Joan, you were always thinking ahead. You were always thinking ahead, friend. Okay, there we go. So that'll attach to that. So I just need to make a little quick link out of that bead. So let's do a quick little simple loop here. There we go. Break that neck. Telling you. Okay. Tammy, didn't you always used to say that? I think that's where I picked it up from. I'm pretty sure that's where I picked it up from. So I've just been repeating it to everyone because it's the most memorable thing. I feel like you always came up with the most clever things, if not the craziest. But I'll never forget it, I'll tell you that. Oh, so someone was asking about the green handle pliers. Yeah, these are my Xuron pliers. They're actually crimpers, but they have a very tapered nose, and I love them for that. Love, love, love them for that. So I keep those around just as crimpers, but also just regular pliers. But then I've got my full Pro line set of Webbers as well that I enjoy using. So those are really the only tools that I will ever need in my life. Well, I mean, I also like other tools too, I suppose. But I use these pretty often, I'll tell you that. Okay, I'm just at the point of connecting all this stuff together. As it's happening. Tammy says, people remember it. So true, Tammy. Also, when they meet you, they will never forget you. In the best way, of course. I think you've left a memorable impression with quite a few people in Tulsa still yet. Tammy used to have a bead store here in Tulsa, and I worked for her for a little while. And then I think I moved on to college, and then my mom helped her out in the store for a little while, and then I think it ended up closing at some point in time, and you were ready to move on to other places like Alaska. So I think it's a fun memory to revisit, in my opinion. It was some good times and crazy times. Good and crazy. That's why we like ya. All right, so my let's see, nether cord there is acting unruly. So I just need to attach this guy. So I just need a little bit more wire. And Tammy is now open in Hawaii. Tammy, do you have a physical brick and mortar store or do you have a virtual store? I can't remember if I asked you. But since we're online now, I can do all the asking. Okay, just doing a quick little loop there. And we have a lot of friends in Hawaii, especially as I've sort of been doing SilverSilk here for a little while. I've gotten to know more and more people from Hawaii. Okay, do a little loop here. Oh, Tammy's got a brick and mortar store. You will have to leave a little link or a Google link or something of where it is. I know I've got some friends in Hawaii that would love to visit. I would love to visit too at some point in time. Make it a business trip to come and see ya. And do some bead shopping. Okay, there we go. Going to link that together and let's see what we've got. Ugh, I love this chain. It's awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna string on a quick little, string on and attach rather. Little jump ring here. And I'm thinking that my clasp will just hook into this. Like that. And it'll be worn as such. Now it depends again on that leather cord to relax, but otherwise, pretty snazzy design here. Let me flip the camera back around, and I got a lot of cleanup to do tonight, which I'm not excited about. There we go. Let's see if I can try this on real quick. Ooh, Maggie says, I'll go too, I wish. Guys, I don't know if we should just do a big retreat in Hawaii. We've got so many friends there. Tammy says, must bring mom along. Of course. Can't imagine not bringing my mother. So let's see. I think I have this on backwards. There we go. Hey, not bad. It's wanting to turn on me though, so maybe I just have this way. There we go. I think I can probably manipulate this cord to have it sit flat, but overall not bad. I think I need to figure out a way to relax the leather cord a little bit, and I got all my jingles with my chain there that I love so much. Great fall piece, I think. It's got all the right colors. I'm wearing white as my neck rope, and then I draw it back down with my white bead. So something to keep in mind as you're designing stuff to make sure that the balance is all there and whatnot. I really like this piece. I like how it turned out. Again, I think I just need to figure out a way to relax that leather cord or stretch it out or something. And then it's ready for giving away. It's gonna sit in my permanent collection for approximately 1 month, and then I'll give it away. Isn't that how it always goes? All right, you guys. Linda says, amazing. Thank you, Linda. I definitely need to go and look at your videos if you posted any. I do miss them. Gabriella says, gorgeous design. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you guys really hanging out with me and sitting through all of the funness that just happened. I love this design so much. I got to use some really great Tierra cast components and bring this to life with all of these great beads that I had in my big O stash of beads that will be used up one day. Probably not. I see myself retiring from all the things, you know, being like as old as dust, and then like picking out my beads and just designing every day. Like that's my retirement goal in life. And I'm sure I'll have a ton of SilverSilk stashed up by then too. Marianne says, great roundup time of sharing. I agree, friend. Becky says, very pretty. Guys, I, again, just thank you for hanging out with me. Hopefully you can tune in for our Thursday special with myself and Miss Cassandra Spicer to make a bead woven bracelet using size 8 seed beads. Her little bag of check mixed glass beads, some capture chain, some triple strand end caps, and if they are your worst enemy, they don't have to be. I can show you some fun and easy tricks on how to use them with ease. And then there'll just be general chit chat and fun as always. And I don't think I've got anything planned for the Thursday after. I could be lying to you, so let me check the schedule here real quick. Yeah, so far nothing planned, but on the 4th of November, I have a tutorial planned with Miss Sarah Lovecraft, which will also be exciting and fun. More on that later, though. Let's just go ahead and get this week planned out, scheduled, and creative happening, right? Again, if you haven't signed up for the Stardust and Sparkles workshop, you'll need to do so pretty soon. Those seats are filling up. And then I just saw some of you already purchase maybe the last few remaining kits for the Great Bead Extravaganza event. I have to get all my stuff. I really need a calendar, you guys, like some sort of public calendar. I wish Facebook had something that I could just like post a quick thing and it would just show up. I mean, that's probably the events, but it's another thing I gotta do. Joan, can you help me with that? I'm just kidding. You got enough stuff to work on. But we'll figure it out. I'll keep you guys posted the best I can. If not, Teresa is here helping out and letting you guys know what is up as it's happening, because Teresa is freaking awesome. And otherwise, we'll keep the creative going, and I guess I'll just talk to you guys in the Silkies group. I know you guys did an excellent job in the diet plan. I enjoyed seeing all of the different designs that you guys made. Always a fun time, and got me really pumped and jazzed and motivated to do stuff as well. So as you get designs done, just keep posting in there, and we'll keep the magic going. Alrighty, thank you again for joining me. I love all of you out there that are in the creative bead world, and thank you so much for supporting SilverSilk, supporting my vision and my fun, and making this job just so easy and fantastic, and hopefully be able to give it to you guys back tenfold as best as I can. I will see you this Thursday otherwise, when we'll just keep the fun rolling. Mwah! Again, I love all of you and giant hugs. Email me, orders@silversilkonline.com if you have any questions. And otherwise, I'll look out for any orders and get those shipped out as soon as I can. And, yeah, we'll just keep the magic going. All right, I'll catch you all later. Bye!